call the meeting to order. We'll start with item 1, gravel prices for Steve's Path, Walnut Park, and Indian Path. John?
Yeah, I looked at the gravel as far as like the RCA that you might want to go with. It's about $99 a yard. For 10 it goes up to $600. I don't know how much really you need for that as far as Steve's Path.
Okay, so are we gonna have someone come measure?
I mean, yeah, I mean I can measure it out, and it depends on what kind of stone you want, the 3/4 or like.
We did 3/4 last time, right, Joe? Did you do 3/4 stuff?
Crushed blue, or you want to get the Long Island. I was up at that was from Tropha.
Yeah.
I mean 3/4 looks like that was pretty much what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. As far as the
I'm not sure we should even, I mean, did you go down and look at Steve's Path?
yeah, it needs to be done. I mean, the path going from right here down there.
No, Steve's Path over up on Tinker Bluff.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's all, the sand is, the dirt is completely compact.
right.
Do we really need
I
gravel?
don't think so. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of, a lot of movement just for how many people they use that. You know what I'm saying? You just put all those railroad ties in there. I mean, stopping the water coming out from any washout. So.
Right. We built up the wall so it doesn't
Yeah.
go into 12 Tinker
Right.
Bluff anymore,
Right.
right?
I don't really see need for it. I mean, unless you can, you can get it.
I mean, I say get a price, but let's weigh it out, because I walk down there almost every single day, and it's not slippery, it's not muddy,
10 yards is a lot of gravel,
okay?
and to move that down there, it's going to be a lot of. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money, especially down those stairs.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of work. You could do it, but I don't really think it's.
Do we have anything else where we're looking at gravel?
Yeah, we have to do Walnut parking lot, which we'll get a price for, but probably not do until the spring.
I got
And then we got an email from a resident about Indian Path over here.
Like RCA is like $60. I mean, it's so cheap. I mean, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. It's like $60 per yard. I don't know even, but I mean, the thing is, that's pretty much RCA that's down there, that was put down there. But I had an idea. I was thinking about, is there any way that we could put like, without buying the stone, take whatever stone's on the one part of the lot, push it to where everyone parks, and place that grass back down there again, because it's built up. The water's running into the street, and I mean, it's just really, it looks like a construction zone all the time.
Well, there's gonna be a Walnut Beach meeting on Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So maybe you wanna go to that
Okay.
and suggest that. But the
Yeah.
reason that we did what we did is because we have people complaining there's nowhere to park.
Like honestly, I live on Walnut. I mean, I'm usually down there in the summer, almost down there almost every day up until lately because I've been working so much. But the only time I really see that parking lot really full is Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. And if people do, they park on the grass. I mean, as far as no place to park, people just park on the grass. I mean, to sit there and cover the whole thing in stone, it's like, I mean, I get it, it's a parking area, but I mean, it's not really the most sightly thing, and there's less green space in this around here as it is.
Well, I would say go to the committee, meeting at 4 o'clock. It's gonna be at high tide.
Okay.
And then I would see what everyone decides to do.
Okay. Because like I said,
But we did do it because we had a lot of complaints of people, especially over here, that walk down there, they don't even drive, and they said there's nowhere for anyone to park.
I'm just parking on the grass. I mean, there's probably 10 or 15. But and you know what? You have it. I haven't seen anybody park down there. So you did it, and now there's no one's going down there. So it's.
I would still say get a
You're
price
both-
for
You're
it.
both right. I mean,
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know why there's nobody using it now. I think the beach is disappearing.
I think it's only the
But we
two
did need
times
it,
a year
and
that
we
you
get
talk
those
about.
complaints.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that just was off the top of our heads, it was the
Right.
complaints, and also the grass starts to look shabby because you only mow it so often, and there's a lot of.
I mean, it's
So-
cheaper to put grass seed down. I mean, if you even put some zoy grass, anything. I mean, I think it's just because every time I walk past it, I'm like, it looks like.
Yeah.
It just looks like a construction zone. I mean, unless you can put blue grass. I mean, the 3/4 inch blue stone.
That's what we
Well,
put
we have
down.
a base, we have a
Yeah,
base.
that's what
Yeah, that's the RC. But how much higher are you gonna put that? You can put another 4 inches. I mean, that's already higher than the street as it is. If you look at it, it's it's already starting to. What'd you call it again, Joe? Last week when it's starting to mush one of the sides.
It's starting to burn, well,
Right.
I don't remember how many
It's
yards of
cramming,
bluestone we did, but we
actually.
did bluestone, we did two trailers, 2 dump trucks.
Yeah,
So-
so if it's crowning, then you're gonna end up with the water coming off on both sides.
And then what happened? And I'm looking at it, like where did the stone go that was all the way at the other end? Where everyone parks, you can see where there's actually wear and tear on the ground because of where the window goes in there, they turn around and. But I mean, I went down and looked at the
That
stone
gets
to
driven
compare
into
it,
the ground.
and a lot of that's RCA.
Gets pushed right down.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stone
It
that's
gets
down there
compacted.
there's different stuff, and that's not all bluestone there. I was looking through the whole thing just trying to get a price comparison, and there's a lot of crushed concrete in there, so it's cheap stuff. You want to put that down, fine. But to put down 3/4 inch RCA, 3/4 inch bluestone, it's not gonna be cheap. I mean, I don't even know how many yards.
It was
how big.
donated last time.
What's that?
It was donated last time.
I don't know,
Mhm.
but it's still, I mean, but that's not bluestone though, there's no way.
Yes, it's 3/4 bluestone. It came
Then they put a
from,
lot,
Yeah,
then
it's
there's
a blend.
RC mixed
Yeah.
into it.
no,
I
they
think
did.
I ordered some of that.
Yeah.
It's called blend.
Yeah, that wasn't a
It's
blend
a
though.
blend.
We got it from Jersey, and it was 3/4 bluestone.
I agree with you, there's other stuff.
We put
in
down
there.
RCA first,
Yeah.
and then we put down the bluestone over it, and we had like 10 high school kids out there raking it.
So they're both in others.
Yeah.
Because eventually it seems that, you know, people go down there and do wheelies in the winter time and stuff. So it got all messed up.
Well, can I bring up the meetings as far as?
Yeah,
just to
I would
move
say
forward?
bring it up just a
Like I
meeting,
said, it
see what
looks-
people think, and then either way get a price for either half or full, and let's see what it's gonna be.
Okay.
Do you have
Okay.
an idea of how many parking spots are in that?
You know what, it's all the
parking?
way, it all depends on how far people park away, I mean, I usually want to put lines in and, you know, and then. like I
Well, yeah, right, but they allot a certain
But even
amount.
if you, the thing is, the thing that's, I'm talking about, even if efficiency, you can only park along like one side of it, because you can't even put cars head to head like on the, because it does narrow out as you go up.
Mhm.
So you probably maybe putting 8 more cars in the end, so is it really, is it worth?
Well, again, we did get a lot of complaints, though, people saying they didn't like the cars on the street. They thought that that was terrible, that we
Yeah,
weren't
I'm just saying,
using.
as far as the grass, I mean, I
So you
never
gotta
saw
get
it.
both sides, you
You
gotta get
still
the
park on the
people.
grass,
For
it's
3 days a
3
week, or
days.
3 or 4 or 5 days out of the whole year, is it really worth turning the whole place into a parking lot?
And they're not gonna be there on a rainy day, so you don't have to worry
Right.
about the mud.
I mean, looking at the cost effectiveness, so,
Mhm.
you know. And also just the aesthetic beauty of it, like, you know, I love, you know, there's a grass.
So the
area,
10
nice.
people that were really complaining about it, if we decide to go back, you should, I'll give you their email so you could let them know.
Okay,
Okay,
no problem.
all right, the Indian Trail?
Indian Trail, that was 3/4 bluestone, like, you know, that's
Right.
gonna be all labor. That's all labor dropped in, because in between all those railroad ties, it's
So how
just,
many yards do you think that'll be?
it's gotta be measured.
Okay,
I was
so
just getting the prices on what's gonna cost for the stone itself. I
Okay.
mean,
what's the cost for the stone?
3/4 is about, like I said, 1 yard's $99, and it gets cheaper, so you can get 10 yards for $600. So I'm gonna average it probably maybe $300, $350, if you go right in the middle at 5, but we have to know how many yards it's gonna take. Because there was bluestone put at the very bottom, which that's all new stuff down there, because that whole washout from that
What
construction
kind of
area.
did that?
Except for an area that's.
Yeah, then the dirt came down and filled it up, and then they put more stone
They
on
put
top.
more down, that's been holding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It has
exactly.
since that whole mess is kind of stabilized,
Yeah.
Right.
a mess, but.
What are you talking about, just on the stairwell
The
itself?
stairway, because, yeah, in between the railroad ties, I mean, it's just, you're
But-
literally not even stepping on the step, you're stepping, you're.
Right, that's what we do, we
railroad
walk
tie.
down that stairway.
But the reason I asked about whether or not we're gonna need more bluestone is that there is some pitting right in the middle, right at the bottom of the main steps that go, and it's just from the torrent of water that comes down
Right.
in the rain. So we don't need to do the whole
Thing.
all the way down the path.
Right,
There's one hole there that we do need to fill in.
well, Dave
So
was
we-
looking at fixing the railroad ties. I don't know if he did it
He
last
did.
year.
They did.
Great job.
They did
It looks great.
Did a
Yeah,
great
okay.
Yeah,
job.
looks great.
And
Yeah, well,
I can have him look
yeah,
at the
I
pit too.
Really
Yeah.
good job, but getting back to Steve's path, if we're gonna get bluestone for over here, is to just take like a wheelbarrow or something and get some of it to fill in that hole, because then we don't have to worry about Steve's path. I agree with this, it's pretty stable now.
The stairs have got to be definitely filled in, because even when it rains, those things get slick, and there's really no safe place to
I'm
step.
talking about the solid stairs that go, when you first
From the
go
road.
down,
Mhm.
Okay,
it's solid, and there's a lot of water that comes down, and less than it was from the neighbor, but it does come down, and right at the bottom, right in the middle,
It's
there's a
yeah.
hole. And maybe we should even put bigger rock in there or something, just to take that torrent of water.
Okay, we can take a look at that. We'll get prices for next time, but by then you'll have gone to the meeting, you can see what everybody wants to do, and let us know. Okay, committee on GI report, Mike?
Okay, I've been out of commission for a while. I spoke to Roger briefly and he discussed the different projects and where he thinks he can go. You had mentioned that you didn't want a nonprofit to use the GIS program. So then I went to Stony Brook University, I went to the, where was that? Cornell Cooperative Extension,
Mm-hmm,
and I did some research on open source programs.
okay.
Okay. University and Cornell, you know, maybe in November they might be talking about something they can work with, if they can get a project going for it. But I did locate a open source program called QGIS, which Roger has downloaded on his computer, and he downloaded the program,
Okay,
and it works.
and that's to keep track of the trees?
Um,
Or is it
Right.
to map them in?
It's just the mapping program that the whole GEI program will go into. That would be the basis of all the record keeping that we need.
You said that there's 4 trees that were done already, and they were all not on village property.
Mhm.
Okay,
Well, once we get that, then we can download the different layers from Suffolk County, which have the property lines on it, and all the other, the overview, on it, so we will be okay with that. We need to find out if the computer here would be able to handle the program, the GIS.
not right now, but we'll get to that discussion at number 17.
Oh, okay.
The
Oh,
next, the
okay.
next set, well,
Oh, great.
these computers aren't gonna make it much longer.
Okay, so
Okay.
then we would need a program that'll make it, and we need also the space on the website
Okay,
in order to put it in. Unfortunately,
what would be
Roger,
on the website? What were you looking for, just the map? Were you looking for people to go in and enter stuff?
no, nobody would enter it.
Except for you guys that are on the committee,
Right.
right? Okay.
Mhm. It would be a shut program. People wouldn't be able to get into it. They would be able to view it. They would be able to see the trees.
Okay,
We would then be able to take the information that's downloaded on our PDAs and plug it into that. So that would be at least the major keeper of the information.
okay. Can
Okay.
we add the stuff, we have a drain program already.
Yeah.
Can we overlap
yes.
that in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if Roger or yourself updates the stuff at home, we'll update at the computer here? Like, is it
You'll be able to do.
is it like a web, is it web-based?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it would have to be, at this point in time, it would really have to be Roger,
Okay,
because he's the only person right now that's really up and running with the program.
okay.
Okay.
Was he just replaced by, if Roger was replaced? Is
Well-
he still on the same board, or is that?
Well, he could, in the whole scheme of things, there should be a tree board and probably
Okay.
something that would be similar to a tree
Okay.
commissioner.
Yes,
And Roger would be the
Okay.
perfect person for it, because he's
Right.
you know, he's the person, so.
yeah, he did
We
ask,
would
I
like
was
to
gonna discuss that.
Yeah,
with
we
him.
would like to see
Mhm.
that
Right.
if at all possible, because then it'd be he'd just be able to go in there and I'd be able to get everything online.
Okay.
Okay.
And maybe he can come to the next, maybe not the next meeting, after one of the meetings, come in and just show us what it looks like, you know, so we
Yeah.
can see it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anything else on that?
I just like, it's an opportune time to just bring up, you know, it was in the news just like yesterday, about the prediction that there's gonna be a more active hurricane season.
I was just thinking the same thing, they said
So
5, they're
we,
predicting
so,
5, right?
you know, we've had identified on the
Mhm.
survey many trees that we said there's no way we could even handle it, but many trees that were said to be for distress
Mhm.
and that we had to attend to, and that's what was left. That's many months ago.
Right,
I just wonder whether or not we can now, among us,
Yeah.
or with an outside consultant, identify trees that are now at a point that we have
We
to
need to address
do
it.
something soon, because we're getting into the hurricane season.
Mhm.
You know, trees that are maybe a little bit further along, and they're, or if not dead, but they're also by the power lines and things.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done a great job as far as not having power outages as a result of all this, but then we haven't really attended to anything for.
right, we stopped last year
Yeah.
when we started
Yeah.
doing this report, so.
Well, what we could do is, I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. I'll contact Roger, and maybe he'll talk to Ted, and we'll try to put some type of triage thing in, and we'll go through, we'll do a run-through visually, and then we'll go with the programs.
You and Roger together, just like, do that.
And we'll see if Ted could help.
Okay, well, in other words, I'm just trying to
If
say.
there's
so
anybody
we
else-
have identified the people, who,
Yeah,
some or all of the three of you would be able to do it, so we would have some specific things, and then we can just arrange for tree services to come in and,
Mhm.
right, right.
okay.
It might not
That'd
be
great.
a scientific study, but it'll be like a hurricane
Yeah.
triage, and
Yeah, I mean, that's
we'll
what-
name that.
absolutely. Oh, that'd be great.
I'll give him a call later.
And I would just do the ones that are by the power, I mean, I know there's a lot by the powers, but you could quickly look and see, you
Maybe
know.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Or if they're gonna block off Washington Street or something.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that-
Now, how far into the
Exits.
street does that have to be? Is it 15 feet as far as people looking at trees? I mean, you gotta go, we went through this last time with that storm. It was, that was a nightmare, debating, you know.
But, well, in general, that's what we're gonna be looking at,
Right.
okay? If there's any specifics, we see something bad, then we'll try to figure out how to determine where the line is actually, because, you know, in a new section, we know,
Right,
you know, because it's all set. But in the older sections where a lot of the trees are,
right.
it meanders. So we'll, you wanna help?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay, great.
I'm very good friends with Jim Dockery. I mean, he's an
Yeah,
arborist.
yeah,
If you want
yeah.
someone coming in and, you know, maybe give a hand and, you know, I don't know if he'll do us a favor or what. I mean, is that something you guys would be open
What does
to?
he do?
He's an arborist.
Oh, yeah, if he'd like to get involved somehow.
Yeah,
I don't think at this point in time we'd
yeah, that's
like
why. I
to
just
talk
leave it
about.
open because, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened the last time with that storm. It was just things going back and forth and some emergency meetings and, you know,
He
deciding whose
probably-
trees what. I mean, that was going on and on and on.
He probably has worked with the program already anyway,
Right.
because he's, you know, he's very involved in the arborists.
Yeah, he is.
So that would, if you want to speak to him
I will.
and see if he can maybe sit there and at least get us going and make sure we're in the right path,
Great.
that would be great.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, sure, okay.
So,
Okay. Dock inspections, I know we talked about, we had one person, but maybe we should take this off till September. Okay. I could send you an email of some of the people that I think, and then we can see if the, you know, with the planning board, what they're gonna do from there. Okay,
That'd be great.
all right. Plant tree program, when I spoke to Roger, and then what you had said last time is that we're gonna put this off to the fall. I'm just keeping it on here so we don't lose it.
Yeah.
But I say this would be a good thing to start getting together from the fall to the winter,
Right.
and then,
Right.
and then have people, maybe they wanna donate a tree in someone's name, or they just want one, or whatever the case may be, okay?
Yeah, maybe I'll go along and I'll start by just taking pictures along where things have been done, and where things might be done, so we have a little database of the roads.
Right,
Yeah.
or, I was gonna say also, if we wanted to take some of the, if people wanna donate trees, when we get to that point,
Mhm.
we could give them places that they can put it,
Mhm.
but we could come up with the brochure.
Yeah,
so
we
that
right.
people can look
Well,
at it and
hopefully,
see.
yes.
Okay,
We have a lot of that data. Hopefully, if, when we get a spot on the website, we'll be able to put most of that there so people can actually
Yep.
read about it and look at it, so they get an idea what they have to do.
Just reminded me, there's a new invasive, something going on.
Mhm.
Trees taken down, and then it looks like wild grape, but the leaves are this big.
Mhm.
And it's growing all over.
poison ivy? No,
No,
I don't know what it is.
Fox grape.
it's possible it's that, it's possible
What'd
it's
you
fox
say?
grape, it might be porcelain berry.
I haven't seen any berries, but
Well, we'll move to
it's a
fall.
big, well, my grapes are dwarf grapes, but they're there.
What's the stem like? Is it woody or is it soft and succulent?
Soft.
Soft? Might be the fox grape,
Yeah.
One leaves like this.
yeah.
so what's, is there something you want them removed, or?
Well, I'm just wondering whether or not, I mean, you know, what.
You don't want it
subject-
on,
subject-
you don't want it on a tree necessarily.
Yeah, well, that's why, I mean,
It's easy to get rid of because
that's
you
why I'm
can
mentioning
just
it now,
break
because we're talking about trees and all this kind of
Right.
stuff. It's a new thing and it's like spreading real
Mhm.
fast. So
Mhm.
if you guys walk around and see some of this stuff, you should figure out how to address it.
Mhm. There's plenty of literature for it.
Okay.
You don't bombard people.
Exit the village via 25A. Now, I know last time we talked about this, but we're going to go to the next level. I can't remember. I didn't,
Jeff had discussed it, I don't
we
know.
had,
We,
oh,
we,
we were
what we
gonna,
said
where we
was,
gonna go?
I don't know that we actually had a consensus, but the next level would have been, we were talking about maybe getting legislators, elected officials,
Okay,
and possibly the Herald. I don't think Liz did weigh in on just yet. Have to wait for somebody to get killed. But to just see if we can bring it, make it more public. It's our little problem, and apparently nobody else lives with it.
okay.
It's a pretty dangerous area. So do you want to like bring that to a commission?
No, I just wanted to see if that's what we agreed, is that what we're gonna do, go to the next level, that's fine, I just wanna make sure that's what we're gonna do. So, everyone's okay with that? It's about turning it into a village?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I guess, what is our goal? Our goal really is to have a turning lane, but we know that's not gonna happen, right? So then what's the next scenario? You know, we have flashing lights there, nothing's
Right.
really, that's not really slowing anybody down. Right.
And the problem is, sometimes when you do something, it makes the situation worse, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's sort of working, you know, I mean, do we wanna go no left turns, something like that?
Is there,
You know,
is
I
there?
mean, the trees, they trim the trees, and when they do that, it's not bad at all. And in the winter, it's not that bad, believe
right,
it or
and then
not.
it fills in and they don't come back.
Right.
Well, we can start by that continuously,
Mhm.
asking for them to make sure that they're trimming the trees back and the brush.
Like, I can't see the point of going to the next level if we don't know what we wanna ask them for.
Right, there's no
Right.
way.
Right, if we want a light there, I think a light's gonna be, I mean, it'll be safer, but it'll also be ugly.
You know,
You're never gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but we, you know, what are you going
What
for?
kind of like when you're approaching the tolls, you have those paint strips, I mean, it's just paint, the car does make a sound, it's something that's, I don't know if that's not expensive, it's effective,
The ripple strips.
yeah, as you're approaching that curve.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is flashing lights to reduce speed.
It'll bring.
It does, you know your speed just by sound, I mean, you hear it all the time going over the bridge, and it's just, it is, I mean, for me, it is effective, you see, when you hear the rapid succession,
That would be a
It
good
does-
thing to ask for, right.
and I don't think it's a lot to ask for, I mean, it's,
Do you think it slows people down?
what's that?
Slows people
I
down?
think it,
I think it
will.
creates awareness.
You hear the
Okay.
sound of the tires, I think it's, I mean, it's really, it's paint
Especially if it was
strips.
running along the length where that barricade is.
Particularly
And some people
during
even aware when
cell
you're coming down that hill and you're barreling through it, I think just the sound of it, I mean, you go off the side of the road, I mean, those are even cuts in the road, I mean, you still know when you're making a sound on the car where it's, you know, you're approaching something.
Mhm.
I think maybe they might be more inclined to help out with that, instead of putting lighting, because that's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
Just do us favors, can you put some paint on the road with these speed strips, just to, and try it out, if it works, works.
Comes in rolls.
Well, I don't think they're gonna do us a favor, but we're gonna write a letter and try and get that.
That's why we have a county.
What the state does though is
It's on state.
I don't know.
Right.
Right.
I don't know if I've seen them on the state road, but
Put
we can find out.
Jeff installed them on West Broadway,
Right.
East Broadway,
But they're a village.
okay,
And
and
it's not,
they've already removed 1/4 of them.
So is it effective? Or
They
they just
removed
with the plow?
Why, you know?
Because people were complaining about them, the
Wow.
houses alongside, the noise.
Oh, it's
of the
making a
tires.
sound, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm glad we had them around.
And they've got a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit there anyways going down that hill, and
Right.
you'd be damned if you try to get 25 miles.
Can we just ask,
You gotta
it's
stand
another
on your
cheap,
brakes.
another cheap suggestion, is we can ask them to just install a sign of our choosing. If we say, you know, limited sight distance or dangerous curve or
Mhm.
something that be prepared to stop or something. I mean, the biggest problem is that somebody's stopped in the road trying to make a turn onto Van Brunt, and somebody comes flying around the corner and they
Yes.
don't have time to stop.
And there is, we already know now it's a flashlight, but we don't even see it anymore,
Yeah.
right? So,
So, but I think they're not gonna do anything, but I kinda like with what you're proposing, if we say specifically, this is what we'd like, it doesn't cost a lot of money, and ask them, can they at least do that, and then we would kick it around as far as what, I think those speed strips work for me, I
Yeah,
agree
but
with
like Joe said, as far as complaints, I can see that happening in a second. People complaining about grass growing on the side of the hill, side of Washington, so it's, or even overgrowth, so I mean, that's gonna be a nightmare. I can see that can happen right,
Well,
I mean, as far as complaints coming through, I can see that happening.
I remember seeing a sign in some little town.
no, we have to go, come
It was
back.
a big arrow like this, and it said dangerous curve, and it was a bigger than usual sign. Dangerous curve, be prepared to stop, or something like that. So if they would just give us a better sign, the worst that'll happen is they'll say no, but It's not gonna cost them that much. It would be hard put to give us a reason why we couldn't have it. It is a dangerous curve.
Okay, we could try that, see what happens, right? So,
Ask every year.
yeah. So number 6, cleaning of the drains is scheduled for August 31st. We have them for one day. They're gonna start at the bottom of Walnut and Chestnut. And then I think Rich gave them a list in order of which ones to do until the day's over. So if they don't get to all of them, the ones at the end are, the least are not even that bad, but he just made a bigger list in case they move fast. So that's on the 31st. The curving and the paving on Sharon and Highview is done except for him sealing the asphalt and fixing the berm by Walnut Park. Did he say today when he was gonna finish that?
He said he went down there, you couldn't find it. You mean the one that was broken?
Yeah.
He said that's why he called.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I'm down here, I can't find the broken berm that you're speaking of.
You know what, I'll mark it,
Okay.
then he can see it when he comes down to the thing, so that's, probably he'll do it this week, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we have a draft copy of a welcome packet. I started changing out the pictures, so I sent the pictures over to them on Monday, and she said that she'll put them in, and if she sends it to me before the next meeting, which I'm sure she will, I'll forward it to everybody to take a look at, to make comments before they print a final version of it. I didn't include any of the building stuff. I just stuff, just the welcome, the garbage schedule, all that stuff. Paving for Washington?
You know, you didn't get the one that you could insert.
No, I got the booklet one. The one, the first one that was like the pages together. Okay.
So we don't have anything in place to put it in there, so I think that's a good move.
Well, I had to have even pages, so we went through and we made sure that the way it worked out, and we added some more pictures so we made the print. It looks good. It just needed a few other things. So, paving from Washington, did we schedule that?
We were waiting for the other paving to be done on Sharon and Highview,
But no.
putting the whole thing together. So-
Right.
But that's going to be the issue, we can discuss that later.
Mm-hmm.
We have, not to jump ahead, but on number 11, you have update National Grid bringing gas service to the village.
Yes.
Gas, that would be great, but if that's, from what, does it stop at Singlewood? Is that where?
I don't know. There's two
No, it
people.
stops at Harrison.
It stops at Harrison?
Harrison.
Now, I'd like us to jump ahead, so are we proposing that, or is it something
No,
that's?
we have residents that contacted Village Hall
Right.
asking if they can get gas service because it's time to upgrade their heating units.
Right.
So we contacted National Grid to, 1, find out if they could get it,
Right.
2, what it would cost to bring it to them, and how many houses they need to
There's
make
like a
sure it's
quote, right,
free.
that you have to,
Right.
right, 'cause-
So we're just getting the information and passing it
Okay.
along to them. Okay?
I got you, because I was saying, I'd love to have gas, we have propane, it really is, it's a pain, but, I guess, if you're gonna sit there and.
Do you want me to add your house on there? She'll give you a price to go to
Yeah,
your house.
would it be alright if I went around, I'll go door to door and ask everybody if they're interested, because I know it's
National
gonna
Grid,
be.
you will have to do that, but the first step is they have to tell you whether you can get
Okay,
gas
what
there.
the parameters are?
Yep, she'll do it this way. I just emailed her last week, so I'll add your house. And then what will happen is she'll come back and say, it's $10,000 to go to your house, but if you get 5 houses or 10 houses,
Right,
whatever,
yeah.
it's free.
Gotcha.
But the first step is to make sure you can get gas. Not everyone can get gas.
Right,
Okay.
okay. I was saying, because then if you're paving, they're gonna come in there, you just do the road and, I don't know how long, next you know,
When
run the
they
road, you
fix
spend
it.
thousands of dollars.
When they go in the grass too. But then she said that what then will happen is they will contact the neighbors to see if anybody else wants gas. And I think they do it twice. And then they get someone, if you, like, let's say it can go to your street and it's
Right.
7 houses, okay? And they contact people and they only get 2. Then you become the coordinator like Lee
Right.
Munch did for Van Brunt Manor Road.
Okay.
And then you have to get the other 5
Okay.
and get them ready to
It
go.
has to be a minimum, I understand.
Or you could pay, one or the other.
Right, I just didn't
Okay.
wanna see us, dump a ton of money in paving and next thing it'll be ripped up, maybe,
No, this is
spring.
like, this would not,
That's
it
gonna
would be
for
like a
while.
year.
Alright, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was saying, I'm like, I didn't know what stage that was at.
Mhm.
I said, well, that doesn't
And they
make
usually
sense
go in the
to do.
grass if they can. Okay, so, just so you know. Alright, we have to do 11. So paving, you wanna schedule Town of Brookhaven then to do it?
Okay,
Okay.
we'll give them a blast. Just Washington Street.
Yep. Okay, John, you wanna update us on the landscaping contract? I saw you with Mike.
Yeah, we went through everything and, you know, we went, you know, you gave me the contract and, as far as the grass is concerned, where the product goes and put the grass down. We went through everything that he does and what needs to be done. You
I
know-
don't think you need to meet with him anymore now, you could just look at it yourself and just.
No, that's
X
fine,
out.
but, you know, he said that the next time they were coming through, as far as, you know, as far as cleanup, I went through all the hedges, Stevens Path, Indian Path, everything's gotta be cut down. Poison ivy is in the contract, so he said when you see it, it's gotta be taken out. You know, there was, no, we have village property on the other side of Shore Road. Is it both sides? Cause he's doing the work on the other side of Shore Road. I don't know if that's somebody's property or if that's somebody's
No,
property.
we have the section where the,
The triangle is.
not the shrine, no, what are those plants called?
The
Fred
wetland.
Meyer's?
Yes, the Vermites.
Fred Meyer's.
Yes.
It's on both sides of Shore Road?
Technically, yes. Technically, no. We don't maintain the south side of Shore Road.
Just that part.
We maintain
South, right.
we maintain the other side on,
Right
where
there,
the
okay.
triangle is.
Right, so I'm looking
Back
at it right, the
to-
triangle, now if it's south of the triangle?
No, because we do the plants.
Yes. The other side of the triangle, the other side of the road, we don't do.
Yeah, all the Shore Road, because they're cutting back all Shore Road, and I said, well, I don't know if that's our property, because there's a wetland over there. I said, I don't know if that's ours or if it's somebody
We
else's.
still have them cut back 3 foot
Right, okay,
as a
it's just,
standard,
Mhm.
always.
but I said, now, I'm saying, I don't know who that belongs to, I'm like, are we allowed to do that? He says,
Yeah,
well, we've been doing it, I said, if you've been doing it, that's fine.
They always do 3 feet.
And going up along Van Brunt, there's an area now, west of Van Brunt, is that private property, is that village property? Because he's doing that too.
West of Van Brunt?
Yeah, normally they're looking at 3 feet, period.
No, that's Shore Road. He's doing,
Oh,
he's doing property, he said, I think that's private property don't belong here. He says, well, Harry told him that that's gotta be done.
It's all right away.
That looks like it's somebody's back.
That's
I don't
not in the
know.
village.
What's that?
That's
So
not.
that's what the village, he's doing that, so I said, well, I don't know, he says Harry directed me to do it, so.
How far, you said, just 3
He's-
feet?
What's that? 3, 4 feet, but I said, well, I don't know if that's village property, are we even allowed to do that? I mean, I'm sure the people don't care,
Well,
but
we don't.
I don't wanna see anything happen where we're responsible, something gets damaged and say, oh, well, the village, we work for the village, and the village, you know, where would that,
Well, it gets back to the whole, when we were talking about the trees and establishing the
I'm saying, is that
back-
somebody's backyard or
No,
somebody's?
I would say that there's a good chance that the road does not border private property. In other words, the end of the village of Poquott is the edge of the paved street.
Okay, well,
That-
just,
We
he's
always
doing
have
this as
something, but
well.
we never know how much it is.
Right.
So,
I think Joe has an idea.
And Van Brunt is
Well, we
50,
might come-
Van Brunt is 50 feet wide. All the way up to the intersection of by Sabatelli's house, which becomes 35.
Mhm.
So from the top end of Van Brunt at Sabatelli's house all the way down to 25A, we have a 50-foot right of way. And the roadway itself is probably only about 23 to 24 feet wide. And as you know, it.
well, that's the problem. We don't know where it is.
We've always
So,
had the contractor do 3 foot on either side of the physical paved roadway. Okay, basically to keep it.
Right.
over-
All right, as I said, I
That's
wasn't
why
too
they do the
sure.
phragmites, because if they don't do that, they're gonna